Idealism is a philosophical idea that I usually explain by saying that it places the mind, thoughts, and consciousness above the physical world. It doesn't deny that objects exist, but it argues that the world becomes meaningful only when the mind interprets it. For example, a tree is not just a physical object. It becomes a tree because our mind recognizes it, name it, and gives it meaning. In this way, idealism says that ideas come first and the physical world follows. Reality is not simply something we see, it is something we understand through the mind. This idea goes back to ancient philosophers. Plato believed that the things we see are imperfect copies of perfect forms or ideas that exist beyond the physical world. Berkeley later argued that something exists only when it is perceived, and he famously said, To be is to be perceived. Kant offered a balanced view by saying the external world may exist independently, but we never experience it directly. Instead, our mind shapes what we see through concepts like time, space, and cause and effect. Hegel then expanded idealism by saying that reality is basically a vast universal mind or spirit, and our individual minds are smaller parts of this greater whole. When I explain idealism to someone, I like to use simple day examples. Colors, for instance, doesn't exist in objects themselves. They are created in our minds when our brain interprets light waves. Beauty works the same way. Something that seems beautiful to one person may not be beautiful to another because beauty is an idea, not a physical property. Even dreams show how powerful the mind is. We feel emotions, see places, and experience events that seem real, even though they exist only in our consciousness. Concepts like honesty, justice, love, or hope also doesn't exist physically. They are ideas, yet they guide how we live. Idealism uses examples like these to show that the mind plays a major role in shaping our reality. Of course, idealism is not without criticism. Some say it focuses too much on ideas and overlooks the importance of the physical world. Of course, idealism is not without criticism. Some say it focuses too much on ideas and overlooks the importance of the physical world. Scientists and materialists argue that physical evidence is the foundation of knowledge, and idealism sometimes struggles to explain things like natural laws. It's also difficult to prove that the world is primarily mental. But even with these challenges, idealism remains influential because it speaks to aspects of life that purely physical explanations can't fully capture. Our emotions, imaginations, dreams, values, and beliefs all reveal dimensions of reality that are not material, and idealism helps make sense of them. I often say that idealism survives because it understands the human experience. We are not just physical beings, we are thinkers, dreamers, creators, and interpreters. Everything we built, from technology to art, begins as an idea before it becomes something real. Even modern science, like quantum physics, hints that observation can influence reality, which echoes idealist thinking in surprising ways. Idealism reminds us that reality is not just about what exists, but also about how we experience it and what meaning we can give it. To put it simply, idealism suggests that we don't just live in a world, we help shape it through our thoughts and interpretations. The world does not speak for itself, the mind gives it meaning. And by understanding how deeply our ideas influence reality, we understand not just the world around us, but also our own role in creating the reality we experience.